expanded today from not just advanced moves, but to advanced concepts of moves. So, give me a question. I mean, it's not I can come up with something, but give me a question, a move, a concept, or hey, this isn't working. Like what? Freeform. What you got? Anything?
I was wondering about fan to back.
Fan through back. That's
Yes.
a good one.
Is it through back or to back?
Through.
Through.
Fan through back.
Okay.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem to have a whole lot of back involved. Here, right?
I don't know how literal it is. I mean, some of these
Okay.
moves, I mean, are,
Just a hint.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of.
I didn't need to play Stump the Stars.
No. I'm like,
Try
it's
another one.
intriguing. I'm like, well, let me think. Sometimes I can come up with the, thing, not always on the spot. So let's see. So here.
Is it more of an elbow? Is that what that
No,
is?
no, it's not. But
It's a shield for a blow?
it's a block.
Block?
This could be completely wrong, but I've always internalized that as being connected through my back.
Oh, okay.
See that?
I mean, I don't know where the fan is. Is this the fan? I don't know where the fan is, but it's always helped me to think this is, again, I'm not lifting and pushing. It's extending, you know, like Bruce Lee was the king of being able to puff up his back. And it's not the same, but it's the same kind of concept of being inflated across the back. That's just that's the way I've interpreted it. I could be wrong, but. Do you want to practice some fan through back, or was that just a one-off?
Just a general question.
Just a general question. Well, let's put it to practice. Let's do fan through back on your own a couple of times, thinking about connecting and lifting through your back muscles, and see if that changes how fan through back feels or works. So I'll do that as well, just on your own. So remember, it comes from you at C-bottom, and then you lift and step.
Is it double dragon?
It is, yes.
I'll have to see that.
You don't know this move? Yep. Ah, this is fun.
So you want to learn?
So, it comes from a move called needle and C-bottom, which is a wrist grab, which is what I am doing is a chin knot. So, actually, that comes from brushing push. So you follow through halfway like you would for playing guitar, the hands come up, with the dirty version, and I sink without bending. From here, I'm going to stand up, and then my hands are going to separate. This one is going to come here and come to my temple, and this one is going to extend out as I step to double dragons. Here. It's a face strike. It's a punch. Yeah. Yeah. So they punch this side. I lift, and I mean in the form it looks like this, but it's a kind of a face. Ugly. It's a whole lot of ugly.
So the needle at C-bottom is all sinking. no bending.
Well, if the lower you go, like they come, the lower you go, the more of a fold there is. But it's definitely, what tends to happen is people don't use the legs and they do this, which is not correct.
Just a minute.
So, if I were doing it tall, this would be correct.
I keep wanting to get.
If I get lower though, this doesn't feel right. It actually starts to hurt if I stay upright. So I have to fold a little more the lower I go. Does that make sense? It's a splitting energy.
Okay.
And so it's basically, there's a split in the strike.
So does this, it's just, I don't know.
Yes, it will. The sink down step in is always there to help your balance, but in the end version, no.
Okay.
So for your UNC line, stand up, and if you need to, you can sink down step in. If you don't, you're gonna step to double dragons. This hand comes up, and this hand comes out. And this one will be kind of perpendicular. So everyone thinks it ends up being this way, but it's actually, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it protects.
Yeah, because it's a block. And it's and the one thing that has helped me is if you think about block and then this actually stays here and I step towards it. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna come up here and then this happens. This hand moves, this hand stays the same, and I come towards it.
The timing for your feet and the
Uh-huh.
splitting of the hands.
Yep.
What is it?
What is it? Let's see.
Yeah, there is timing.
Yeah. Kind of simultaneously as the move.
Well, the way I was describing it to her is, I'm down here, first thing I do is I stand up, I'm gonna not get hit, this is a block. This hand, I imagine, moves with my body, this hand stays where it is as my body moves towards it.
Ah, okay,
So
gotcha.
I'm here,
So you're actually not moving that left hand, that
Not so
right
much.
hand back, you're stepping into it.
that's the way I interpret it, that helps me kind of stay connected with it, instead of
Okay.
like two separate arm movements.
That makes it easier.
I'm here, and then I'm here.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Hold here, Mr. Wilkins, this is very close, but then this hand is gonna be more perpendicular to your, there's,
This
yes,
way.
yes,
Oh, okay.
yes. I know, that's the illusion, everyone thinks it's here, but it's actually,
Almost a salute.
almost.
British
Yes,
salute.
British salute,
Okay.
yes, yes.
It changes everything.
Yeah. I picked up on that about 3 minutes ago.
Very nice, Ms. Wilkins. And this
It seems so simple, but it's not.
I know, welcome to Tai Chi. I just kind of sprayed it because it is a bad word.
Oh, I was like, where did this water
No,
come
it's not water, it's sprayed with a bad word. I think I did something.
She made a comment a minute ago. I picked up on this.
She told us that before.
I've never heard of it. She probably said it, but I never saw it.
I don't want to have a lot.
I know, but
So,
you need a reason.
I need to, yeah, I need.
And I was thinking with you, another maybe smaller thing, probably be better,
Well,
or not.
you see the growth.
Uh-huh.
And this is massive, right?
Nice classic
Mhm.
growth like that. So the two little notches of metal on the top, so it couldn't slide side to side.
I told you, because of the landscaping thing, that we're having, either connect that or just basically,
Okay. Well, you're originally in design,
Uh-huh.
bolts and it's like screw on top of bottom, which is how it will work. This gives us, having this flexibility of moving it,
Yes.
and so we know it's going to be fine.
Absolutely, I would.
But yeah, of course, all growth will eventually grow.
Yeah, these big concrete things that
Yeah, this difference is.
yeah, so they reinforce it, you know, that, like that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Small, medium,
Yeah, that's not good.
or,
Oh, how about this? Whatever you think you need to on, it's fine.
okay.
It's not all good.
So I want to feel grounded.
Yes.
That comes up, I'm like, oh, man.
Good direction. Question?
Yes.
Hopefully I have answered.
I
I hope so.
So as I come up,
Uh-huh.
does this hand come back? And then I go into it?
I internalize that as I just, first thing, I stand up. And then, so my hands are basically, this is micro broken down. This does not happen in the form. But then this one moves, this one stays, and I step towards it. Yes.
Ah,
Does that make sense?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. And again, these are just Head Instructor Durkin's coping skills of like how she kind of came around to understand these moves.
We'll take what we get.
The what?
We'll take all we can
Well, they,
get.
but you know, this is, you know, if you ask Master Gohring or you ask Senior Head Instructor Fig, they may have a slightly different way of explaining it. But so this is how I learned to help keep it rounded and connected. Because for me, this move feels really strong. Like it's like, oh, you know, like when you get it right, it feels very satisfying.
Kind
and-
of hard not to rush into this
Sure.
as a strike.
And again, that's like what we were doing with the punching bag, really rooting it with your back leg, and that hip will hopefully help with that. Nice, Ms. Burns.
What comes after? It feels like
Turn around, start with back fist. So if you're already here, and then, this is totally not angled the right way, but that's what comes next. Have you seen that one yet?
Nope.
Good times, good times.
It just makes it more exciting. It's like, ooh,
Yes.
it's like, okay.
I think you'll dig that, Dave. It's a little bit Wing Chun-y, it's a little bit Kung Fu-y, yeah, it's fun.
Uh-oh, don't take that extra step.
All right, team,
Okay,
how was that? Did it change? Did it feel
It did.
different?
Yeah,
It
thank
did?
you.
Excellent.
Lot there.
There is a lot there, right? I mean, it's, yeah, I say to people all the time, what you think Tai Chi looks like and what Tai Chi is doing, 99%, 9% of the time, not the same. Particularly Tai Kung, but also moves you think, oh, fans do that. Oh, there's a lot going on there, so. Any last questions before we bow out? No? All right, good job.
Well, to head instructor.
Bow to intermediate and beginner level students, students training at home, master's class training is